You know, I really don't record these little intro videos at all anymore, and for this episode in particular, I will make an exception because it's a special one. This episode is a top 10 series, and by the end of my reaction, you'll probably guess why. And I will have many things to say afterwards. And with that being said, enjoy one of the greatest episodes in the series. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another blind reaction. Last episode, episode 22, was pretty damn amazing. In fact, it's probably one of the best episodes in the series. And that's saying a lot given the fact that these characters are fresh, new characters, and I love every one of them. And yeah, it's strange that an episode featuring none of the main six could be so damn good. Not to mention, it revealed a very very interesting new it added a very interesting new element to the lore, if you will. This is episode 23. I don't think I know about it. In fact, like, I don't even know what episode this would even be. I know bits and pieces about certain things, but they're quite minor. Yeah. I don't really know what to expect with this one, so I'm just gonna get started. And thankfully, this time, I am ready with my VLC at the right point in time, so I can just hit the play button. Yeah, this is episode 23, in 3, 2, 1, start.
I can't believe you two are going on a friendship quest. This is amazing!
What do you mean, Twilight?
The butt marks are glowing.
Exactly! This is the first time the map has teamed up the same ponies for a second quest. That is special.
Very interesting,
Must be
fascinating.
We're extra good at solving friendship problems.
I hope so, because it looks like this one might be a little tricky. You're going to the Peaks of Peril. The Peaks of Peril?
Ah, it's just a name. It doesn't mean anything.
Like how Cloudsdale is in the clouds and the crystal.
A new place, though.
Crystal?
Fair point.
Yeah.
So, what can you tell us about the place, Twilight?
Only what Rockhoof told me. Back in his day, no pony knew much about the Peaks of Peril, except for the legend on this ancient shield. It says a group called the Kirin used to live there.
I heard about
truth speaking.
Now we know why
something.
The map's called us.
Unfortunately, other creatures also live there.
I heard about the Kirin, but I have no idea what they look like.
Fire. Oh, maybe you should go instead of me, Twilight. Sorry, Fluttershy. Flanks don't lie.
Flanks don't lie.
I'm sure the two of us will get that friendship problem solved no matter what kind of creature has it.
Oh yeah, you're not afraid or scared at all. Okay, great. I heard about something with some new type of creature called the Kirin, and I believe that there is some sort of guest VA for this episode. And I cannot remember her name, which is a good thing, I guess. Yeah. So thankfully, I'm pretty good as far as spoilers on this one. Thankfully. End of the road.
Yes, no pony else is going out as far as we are.
Greg.
Maybe they know something we
I don't think I've heard of that right before.
Now, Fluttershy, I've told you a dozen times. There's nothing to be scared.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You really startled us.
Yeah.
It's just that I'm not used to seeing any pony taking the train to the end of the line. The final destination. The last stop.
Yeah, this guy is
Why?
like the opposite
Nothing but
of like
uncharted
Polar Express Tom
terrain and
Hanks.
wild beasts out that way.
Actually, given some of the plot points in Polar Express. Screw whatever I was going to say, because that was weird.
Something to be scared of.
Oh, come on. Aren't those...
Those must be the peaks of peril.
Where's Fluttershy? She's all the way back there, isn't she? Yeah, she is, isn't she? She is all the way back at the very beginning. Come on. You know you can fly, right, Fluttershy? I mean...
There. That should be enough flowers to keep your tree cozy.
I mean, I don't know if this is procrastination, but...
Fluttershy? What are you doing? This is no time for visit environments. We're on a
Hey!
friendship quest, remember?
That's specious.
Come on! We're burning daylight.
I know, but what I found out is that...
Now we gotta get up that peak. I figured if we use some rope and elbow grease, we can make it up half.
Applejack!
Whoa!
Please listen to me! What
I
I'm
started
trying to
Fluttershy.
say is, the squirrel told me a shortcut they take to the Kieran village.
Well, then why didn't you tell Applejack not to go up, you know, do all that stuff? I mean, whatever.
Sorry, Fluttershy. I suppose I got a little too caught up in the adventure.
That's all right.
Yeah, I
If you
guess.
hadn't come back to get me, I probably would have talked to the squirrels all day.
Yeah, you would. Interesting
I
designs.
hope that's not an Eric.
I'm pretty damn sure these creatures are like one and the same, because I think the Kieran is like a Japanese or Chinese. Whoa. These are very interesting looking creatures.
Well, hi. I'm Applejack, and this here's Fluttershy.
If you have any friendship problems,
They don't
we're here
talk,
to help.
do they? I'm
Quite
pretty sure
something.
she's the leader, because she's
We're
taller, and
from
that means that she's the leader.
And we're plumb tickled
Because
to meet
reasons.
y'all. So, what are your names?
They look like lions.
Applejack, Fluttershy. Remember?
Maybe they don't
With scales.
understand
It's
us.
very interesting.
Do you understand
They're kinda cute.
Ponish?
Oh, but you don't speak?
Okay.
Don't or won't?
Will you excuse us for a moment? You have to ask
Talk amongst
yes or no
yourselves.
questions, or they won't answer.
Like talking to Angel Bunny?
Not exactly. I can always tell what Angel is feeling, but these Kieran don't show anything.
Okay.
Well, how are we gonna solve
See,
a
you
friendship
need that
problem
machine
if
that they
none of
use in
them
the
will
beginning
tell
of
us
Star
what it is?
Trek, Captain Pike and the red button. 1 beep for yes, 2 beep for no. That's what you need. I don't know why I just made a Star Trek reference for whatever reason. I'm sorry.
These Kieran are quieter than an apple blossom on snowfall. Still, there's gotta be some way to make them speak.
Nice country. We need a list of countryisms at this point.
Beautiful day, ain't it?
They have like unicorn powers
Knock, knock.
with those
Now you
very
said
strange
who's
horns.
Police! Police who? Police! Say something!
Not awkward whatsoever.
Uh-oh. I feel a sneeze coming on. Achoo!
Gesundheit.
Oh,
It's like an entire community on
any of y'all
Ambien.
talk?
Like, okay.
Now we're getting somewhere.
A dark, spooky path that leads into unknown territory?
Tell you what, Sugar Cube.
You go to the Everfree
stay and
Forest.
See if you can get anything out of these here Kieran. I'll go try and find one that talks.
Phew. Be careful. And watch out for Nerex!
Pretty damn sure that these are the Nerex. They're just not, like, angry or something. it's pretty damn obvious that's the case, but... Nah.
Oh, have you seen a Kieran that talks? Any idea where I should look? Oh, for the love of Celestia! Can't you just say something?
Gotcha. Sorry, but that was too good.
Okay.
I don't know how much I miss jokes. Hilarity. Am I pronouncing that right? Some words I haven't said in a while. Wild.
I like
wild.
already.
Hi, I'm Autumn Blaze. You've just arrived, and perhaps you're tired or hungry or reflective and want to sleep and eat and journal, which you should do, of course. But first, oh, what joy to talk with another creature. It's been so long. You must tell me everything about you. There's so much to say, so much to do. Oh, look at me. I'm going on, and you haven't seen. I mean, have you seen? What am I saying? Of course you haven't. So just, I will just follow me.
Oh yeah,
Something, all right.
I like this character. Oh my god. She looks like she sounds like Pinkie Pie.
Oh, you think so too? The way the light shimmers off everything.
The way she
It all
talks.
suddenly woke up the moment you saw it, and you realize maybe the water and the mountains and the forests and the rainbow and the stars in the sky are all looking back at you, thinking the same thing, that we are a part of the everything. That maybe there's just one thing, and we are all it.
That's deep, and that smile.
Pretty, but yeah.
And this is just the first stop on a journey of amazing things to see, smell, tiptoe
Are any of
through.
those
Oh,
flowers
I haven't
psychedelic?
shared any pony in forever since they all took that vow of silence. So it's a lot for me to, process.
Okay.
Process. That deal with.
Whoa there. Vow of silence?
That's why they asked me to leave.
I hope it's not a
But
sore
why?
subject, but you mind explaining why y'all went quiet in the first place?
It's a long story.
You'd rather not talk about it?
No.
I understand.
I'd rather sing.
Oh, we got a song? I'm not gonna say anything.
The Kieran used to speak and sing. We weren't always quiet. We told stories and funny jokes. My stand-up was a riot. But then one day a fight broke out and hurtful words were said. Flaring tempers were inflamed.
Holy crap.
Destruction quickly spread. And flaming red from head to head, it even burnt our bread. Sorry, I forgot how much I love rhyming. Where was I? Oh, right! My happy village lay in ruins. Relationships got worse. Spoiler alert, we quickly learned that words could be a curse. No more talking, yelled our leader. The last thing said aloud.
Oh god.
Into the stream of silence, we stepped as a crowd. The water cooled emotions, and peace was soon restored. But with no way to speak my thoughts, I got super bored. Seriously, there's only so long that Sudoku can keep
It's just
you
the Brady
entertained.
Bunch.
'Cause rainbows won't
Oh,
light
Sudoku. Makes sense.
unless you let it rain. And shiny
Shut up.
apples sometimes come with worms. No, you can't give up your laughter, 'cause you're scared of a little pain. It's a lesson that the Kieran never learned.
This is amazing.
I was stuck in silent prison with the voices in my head, till I tripped over my salvation in a helpful flower bed. I found a cure to clear my pipes, and I became quite chatty. With years and years of stored up words, I drove my village batty. They didn't like my jokes and songs and daily dose of news. The plays I wrote, the speeches spoke, variety reviews.
Stop.
Or the story about
Citizen Kane.
who hid below an opera
I got that one.
and fell in love with this opera singer, and he wore a freaky half-mask thing, and he played the organ a lot. And because the singer was in love with another dude, so we took her away on this underground gondola. I mean, who doesn't love music?
This song.
The village leader made it clear I had to make my choice. I could stay and live with them, or I could keep my voice. So I came here but left the couch alone. They're hard to move.
Oh.
Just the view for company until you heard me groove. Take it away, boys.
Oh my god, she is Pinky.
Rainbows won't light up the sky unless you let it rain, and candles just won't glow until they're burned. No, you can't give up your laughter, 'cause you're scared of a little pain.
That was freaking amazing. That right there.
No pony should give up feeling
Best
their
song in the
feelings
series
just to
season
keep
so
from
far.
getting angry. That's what
I think.
said. Well, you know, when I started talking again.
Oh my
I
god.
think this here's the problem. The
Oh my
Fluttershy and I
god.
came to help y'all
Oh
with.
my god.
Really? Who's Fluttershy? Oh, did you name your shadow? Mine's called Silhouette Gloom of the Sundown Lands.
What?
Well,
I love this
Just go
character.
talk to the other Kieran.
I love this character.
Maybe even convince him to take your cure.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, just one small thing. The antidote
One
for my
small thing.
anecdote, it's gone.
There's no cure left?
I used the last of the false breath flowers to make it, and I haven't seen them bloom since.
Didn't those like chipmunk
Well,
things
this
have
wouldn't
them
be a
at the
friendship quest
beginning?
if it was easy. I'm gonna start by getting your friends to welcome you back.
You know, between you and me, I'm not sure she's gonna convince them.
Nope.
But I hope she does.
This character is amazing.
Fluttershy, guess what?
I think I know what they're doing with this episode, and I like it.
Go ahead.
I like it a lot.
That's a problem the Kieran never have. Anyhow, we gotta
I should
get
pay
'em all talking.
attention.
Oh, no. We can't ever let that happen.
I thought you said you figured out the friendship problem. Was something lost in translation?
The Kieran are usually peaceful and kind, but when they get mad, they turn into Nyrics, creatures made of fire and vengeance.
Oh, great. So cute little creatures, but if you
Seemed
piss
less
them off,
scary when it
they will
was in a
screw you
song.
over.
The
Awesome.
last time they all argued, they got so angry, they accidentally destroyed their whole village. So the Kieran decided to make sure it would never happen again.
Oh my
That's
god.
no reason to stop talking.
Yes, it is. Fire is dangerous, especially in a forest like this. Think of all the animals it could hurt.
Not if they don't turn into fire-breathing Nyric in the first place.
And how can you be sure
I have
that
a
won't
feeling.
happen?
There's gotta
I have
be
a
better
feeling,
way to give it
guys.
up
I have
all
a
your
feeling.
feelings.
Applejack, you're not listening.
'Cause you're not talking any sense.
Okay, calm down.
What are they doing?
They're gonna kick you out of town. And holy crap, they really can.
Ah, shucks.
They're like
Just having
unicorns.
a normal civil disagreement. Honest.
Where are they taking us?
Out of the town. Be gone with
A
you.
stream of silence. If we hit that water, we'll never be able to talk or feel anything ever again.
Put them down!
That is so freaky, but cool.
It's all right. I think I know this one.
And badass.
Well, yeah. Can't have them silence the only friend who'll speak to me.
She talks?
You have no idea. Fluttershy, meet Autumn Blaze.
Oh man.
Well, thank you for that.
She's gonna kill me.
Wall of fire, but I thought Nyrics were dangerous.
Hey, it's a
when they're
literal
angry.
firewall.
How did you know you could control your temper?
I didn't. I guess anger's like other feelings. It's not about having them, it's what you do with them.
And giving up happiness to keep away anger is no kind of life.
Oh
I
god.
never thought of it that way.
Oh, God.
I can't imagine not being able to talk to my animal friends.
Fern Flare, you used to love to laugh at everything. And Rainshine, you sung the most beautiful harmonies. Don't you miss it?
Rain shines the leader.
I know you're worried about fighting, but friends can disagree without causing a ruckus.
Oh yeah.
Every pony gets mad sometimes. Even Applejack and I argue.
What? When do we ever
We
argue?
just had one.
On the way here, and about the Kieran being silent.
Now we got two,
and
three.
Right now.
We don't always see eye to eye, but we never let that get in the way of our friendship.
Oh god.
And if you're really angry, then take some time away to be a Nyric
Ah.
where it won't hurt any pony.
Anger management.
I think they're trying to say something.
Okay, are you hungry? Oh no, some Kieran trapped in a well? Okay, baby.
This is Pictionary.
Baby fish mouth? Something? Anything? Ah, just write it down. Oh, this is making me furious.
She's just like Celestia. She can't like
I'll be right
act.
You were saying.
Boop.
Oh! You want the cure for the stream of silence!
That's wonderful.
Well, obviously.
Isn't it?
Well, it would be, except there aren't any flowers left to make the cure.
They're totally
Are
the
you
ones at the
sure?
beginning.
Oh, beyond sure. Believe me, I've had a lot of alone time lately. I searched the entire forest 73 and a half times. Although I wonder if that second half could make a difference.
Well,
I wish she'd told us what kind of flowers
the odds
she's
are
looking
against
for.
you, but
They're called foal's breath.
I've never heard of that.
yep, yeah, I was right. That's pretty easy to guess.
Little help.
He says he knows where to find fool's breath.
Well, what are we waiting for? Lead the way!
Yeah.
That's what fool's breath looks like?
Autumn Blaze never would have made it past the peaks to search here. I owe you an apology.
Why?
Cause if your kindness hadn't made you stop to help the squirrels, we never would have found this here flower.
And if your honesty hadn't convinced the Kieran to talk, we wouldn't need to find it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guess it's a good thing the map sent both of us, huh?
And it's very convenient to the plot, but in a way that makes sense. Yeah.
You found them? Where were they? Tell me everything and feel free to add complicated descriptions and comedic tangents.
Yeah, you do all the freaking time.
Right.
Well.
First things first.
Just made the- Okay,
Autumn Blaze, you have given us a gift.
a very
The
interesting voice coming out of that
realization
character.
that anger is within us, but it is our choice how we let it out. We would very much like it if you came back to live with us. I can't say how much we've missed your beautiful voice. 'Cause rainbows won't
Hey,
light up the sky unless you let it rain, and candles just won't glow until they're burned. But you can't give up your laughter 'cause you're scared of a little pain. It's a lesson that my village learned. Oh yes, 'cause rainbows won't light up the sky unless you let it.
Yeah, the thing. And the thing, it ended. It's over. No credits, I'm just holding on to this feeling. Ironically, I don't have any words, and it happened. This moment, I love these moments. I'm getting a little okay. You know how last season we had like all those great episodes in a row? You know, we had, two lightning strikes. One was a real problem, and then right after that, almost we got the perfect pair, greatest episode in the series. I think, well, last episode was great. This one was something else. It may be perfect. And when I mean perfect, I'm not bullshitting and just saying perfect as in, like, great episode. I can't even formulate coherent sentences at this point. I'm terribly sorry. But this might even be top 10 series. I may have loved this episode too much. Autumn Blaze was diabetes-inducing, just awesome. The message was relevant and important. Something that I myself feel very strongly about, which further elevates this episode up. The song was amazing. And literally everything was perfect. My top 15 is going to need some adjustments after, like, these episodes we've gotten, like, this is weird. It's so weird. It's so freaking weird. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. Like, damn it. This is, like, it's... I think it's just better if I watch this several times and get back to you with, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm literally, I need to blow my nose. I'm sorry. It's one of those moments. I'll be right back. So a decent time has passed, from when I watched this episode until now, and I've had plenty of time to fully, like, just take this episode in. Had several conversations with other people, including Apple Geek, who finally saw it. Took him forever, but regardless, nice that he finally got to it. Anyway, like he would say, this episode was perfect, and I can't really express to you all how much I loved it, although I think at the very end of my reaction, when I was sort of almost feelsy, actually it wasn't really sort of almost, I was pretty much feelsy. By the end of this episode, you could tell, I think I may have liked it just a little bit. Social commentary, very poignant social commentary, relevant social commentary in this episode, especially with a lot of the crap that goes on in, like, politics and just, like, people complaining about something endlessly over and over again, and it gets absolutely nowhere. Twitter wars will persist for hours. Basically, nobody's actually, agreeing with each other. They're all just, like, all broadcast and no receive. The reason why this was so good was because of, like, that message. It's like, this is something else. I don't even know where to begin. I'm going to ramble. Sorry. This is going to be a rambling one because I just don't even know where to start. Okay, Autumn Blaze. Amazing character. I loved her. I loved her song. She was like Pinkie Pie, and I don't know who I could compare it to. Oh, wait, what am I saying? I think Applegeek said Pinkie Pie and Twilight, which I would definitely agree with as a good comparison, because, yeah, I mean, even with, like, the little... I mean, she was up there in those woods for so damn long. She actually made herself, like, these little characters, sort of like Pinkie Pie in, what's that one episode? Season 1, can't really remember it. But you know which one. Pinkie Pie Goes Crazy, the episode. Interestingly enough, we had one. I don't think I did react to that episode. Whatever. Regardless. Yeah. She was an awesome character. I sort of guessed from the very beginning that those flowers were going to have some part at the very end, but, yeah, I mean, without Twilight, without, Fluttershy, like, having a little interaction, none of the ending would have even taken place. And there will be jump cuts as I collect my thoughts and try to actually express them appropriately and adequately. Her song, the words, the lyrics of that song were pretty damn amazing. Like, it's so very hard to like actually think of a flaw in this episode, and not to mention, I was making a comparison with Autumn Blaze and Twilight and Pinky. I mean, and also the little scene with her, getting very deep and philosophical. That was very very touching, but. Everybody pretty much knows, like, Nirek and, like, Kieran. I don't know why Twilight didn't, like, get that. It was just the word spelled backwards at the very beginning on the shield. The yin-yang symbol, whatever. If that's the only possible criticism, it would be that, but that's, like, nitpicking some very, very minor details. These creatures are amazingly adorable. I've already seen, like, countless people already, Kieranifying is actually a tag on Derpy Boru now, because we get these little creatures that sort of look like, Applejack when she had her little Halloween costume on, and it was the lion costume that Applejack had, sort of that sort of, like, beard, not really a beard, but mane style, similar with these creatures, and they have telekinesis, so they can move objects, and don't mess with them, or they will light themselves on fire, and they will be, they could turn from cute little critters to vicious animals, which is why I kind of was spitballing this with Applegeek a while back. I'm just imagining a scene, like, in Season 9, if there is, like, some sort of, like, all-out war, which I am only going to assume will be the case, where we have all of the good races versus, like, some unspeakable evil that is yet to be unveiled yet in Season 9. But a war will happen, and I'm just imagining, like, a bunch of, like, really, really vicious-looking bad guys, like, charging the Kieran, and they're like, oh, they're tiny little cute little things. Surely nothing could possibly go wrong. And then they all just light on fire, and then, like, the other enemies just piss their pants and run away. I would in that situation, because if they want to be, they can go from cute and cuddly little things to vicious monsters. Even though, vicious monsters, you know what I mean. It sort of reminds me of Gremlins, too, for some unknown reason. Sort of like, the cute little gremlin and, like, the other, don't feed them after midnight or bad shit will happen. Yeah. I think if I ramble on a little bit too much over this episode, I will just go on some sort of random tirade that, you've already heard before, and I highly suggest, obviously, go watch Applegeek, because he's going to have, like, a highly detailed, like, little review at the very end of his episodes, like he always does. It's usually much superior than mine, even though we sort of talk with each other about certain things that we discovered in the episode, that type of crap. So, if you want a better look at the episode, go to him. All I could tell you guys is this one was perfect, and I'm for certain serious that it's going to go in top 10 series, because I just love the message. I hate, like, this. When people are online and they're behind a keyboard and they can be anonymous, it's a lot different than actually having a discussion with somebody face to face. And as somebody who I look up to, Neil deGrasse Tyson, once said, if an argument lasts more than 10 minutes, both sides are wrong. Now, obviously, I think the thing is just, if somebody is bitching and complaining about something incredibly stupid, just stop, just walk away, just put the phone down, walk away, don't worry about it, because, with the way that the internet has, like, restructured our lives, it's made things a lot more interesting, and it's allowed for, typically the vocal minority to get a lot louder. And this is like, this is political debates, religious debates. I mean, hell, people will complain about literally everything. And, sometimes it's possible to have, like, a meaning and, rational conversation with other people. But, sometimes you have to, like, light off some steam, punch a pillow, and then go back to your phone and hopefully not blow up. But yeah, as far as like, there's also a parallel between this episode and the Hooffields and the other one, the Cults. I can't remember the damn name. And the stuff that was going on in Starlight's village, like the suppressed village of people. But yeah, there was one weird thing, was the voice for the leader was a little bit different than I had expected, but whatever. But Autumn Blaze was an amazing character. Applejack and Fluttershy were on point in this episode, and the song was perfect, the message was perfect, the pacing was perfect, the episode was freaking perfect. So that's all I really have to say about it. If I do make a top 10 series list, which is at this point top 15, I can't really. There's so many good episodes in the series that it's even hard to maintain the top 15 because there's just so many things that you want to, give recognition to. Maybe like a honorable mention type thing. I could concoct something, but this is definitely going up there. And with that being said, I will see you in episode 24.